Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Hi.
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Isn't it, though?
Depends on how you look at it,
Yeah.
I guess. Yep. 3,300 precipitation in the past 24 hours as of 7 o'clock. That's a good thing. Quite a bit of snow to move again today. That's not a good thing, but we'll get it done. Probably about, I'm estimating, Brent, tell me what you think, 7 inches, 7 to 7.5.
I'll go with that.
All right. We measured yesterday at noon, or Jeff did. We had 5, and we had another good 2 inches to 2.5 to 3 inches. So somewhere, like they predicted, between that 6 and 8 inches. But I did want to, I think I brought it in. Yes, I did. The National Weather Service in North Platte sent this out this morning via email. The threat for additional snow accumulation has decreased for today through Wednesday morning. So light snow remains possible through the day into tonight. However, accumulations of less than an inch are expected. So if we do get more snow, maybe another inch, according to what they are following now from the North Platte National Weather Bureau. So we'll put another little inch on top of this. And now, did you scoop yesterday and figure on scooping again? How'd you do out there, folks? Because Joan and I decided we're going to scoop with 5 inches on, and then hopefully we won't have to scoop more than another 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in the neighborhood I know were doing that. Sometimes you feel a little silly scooping when it's snowing, but on the other hand, if you're using a scoop, it's nice to have 5 or 6 inches in the scoop rather than 10 or so.
Yeah.
However you do it safely. Be careful. If you're scooping manually, kind of stop every once in a while and see how you're doing, because sometimes you don't really know how hard you work until you stop for a minute. So be careful out there. And I know that a lot of neighbors help neighbors out there, and that's a pretty cool thing with snow. So just enjoy and take care of yourselves and be careful. Lots of changes due to the weather. We've been reading them this morning, starting yesterday morning, actually. And we have more for you. Brent's got his laptop in here again this morning. By the way, Drew with Burwell Livestock was not available this morning. We probably can understand that. He might be out feeding some cattle or checking on them, making sure they're okay, and maybe getting ready for the Thursday sale and Friday sale at the Broken Bow Livestock and Burwell Livestock. So Drew may get back to us later. If not, we'll catch him next week. So we want to thank Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body for making our announcements possible here today.
Okay, let me hit the refresh button. There we go. And I'll start this like I do a ball game.
Okay.
Here we go. And some of them are in the public schools. Closed. Arcadia schools. Closed. Arnold. Closed. Broken Bow Public Schools now closed for today. No kids club or activities. Burwell Public Schools are now closed. Callaway closed. Also another announcement, Blaine County Courthouse will be opening at 9 o'clock this morning in Brewster. Central Community College, Lexington, and Ord Learning Centers are both closed today. Citizens Bank and Trust in Loop City will be opening at 10 o'clock this morning. Broken Bow City Council meeting scheduled for tonight has been moved to Thursday, January 28th. City of Broken Bow reminds you a snow emergency remains in effect through 11:59 Wednesday night. City of Cozad in a snow emergency. Please move all vehicles on snow routes. Cozad Child Care closed. Cozad Public Schools are closed. Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center closed today. No home delivery of meals or bus service. Cozad Head Start is closed. Gothenburg Public Schools are now closed. No practices or activities. Gothenburg Senior Center is closed. No home delivery of meals or curbside delivery. The Grand Island Independent in the Broken Bow area, today's paper will be delivered with tomorrow's paper. Lexington Head Start is closed today. Lexington Public Schools are closed. Litchfield schools are closed today. No evening activities. Loop City Public Schools are closed. Also, Loop County Public Schools in Taylor are now closed for today. Again, Loop County schools are now closed. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, all branches will be opening at 10 o'clock this morning. Ord Public Schools are closed. Overton Public Schools closed. Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow closed today. No meals or delivery. This is Sandhills Public Schools on our list anyway. In Dunning is still showing a 10 o'clock start for this morning. We'll watch that. Meanwhile, Sargent Public Schools are now showing closed for today. So Sargent is closed. Stapleton schools are closed. SEM schools are closed. And Thetford Public Schools on our list right now is still showing a 10 o'clock start for this morning. No morning preschool. So that's what is on our list, and we'll go with that.
All right, that's our latest, and you can, as Brent mentions often, you can read those as well on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to weather, and a tab will drop down, and you'll see closings there. Also, road conditions and a weather forecast available on Sandhills Express, as we mentioned yesterday. We'll be visiting with Logan with Arrow Seed here before we close this hour out. Also on our list this morning, Big Iron Auction Company, and we'll be visiting with Rachel from Team Physical Therapy here this morning, just after the 8 o'clock weather and news. So that's some of the regular things we'll be doing, talking to some good people out there, bringing them on the air for you, covering postponements and cancellations. And then I'm going to ask Brent to wade through, and I do mean wade through sports, because it's an ever-going stream that is flowing and changing.
And changing, yes.
And evolving. So the guys and gals out there doing the best they can to watch the weather. Probably the good news is that report in from the National Weather Service telling us we might see another inch of snow on top of what we've done. So if we can get this snow moved out today, that other inch won't hurt as much, and we can get busy getting everything back to normal this Wednesday, tomorrow.
Yeah, and the rest of the week looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
So
looks
that's
real nice.
Good news.
Okay, a couple of quick notes here. Thanks to Viero Wireless. They are a part of our breakfast show, and they help us with our broadcast that we do for you on the video stream. So you can sometimes watch the games while the guys call them, and also wrestling and other events. So stop by one of their stores located in nearby Ord, Lexington, North Platte, and here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. They offer wireless across 5 states, Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, to name a few there. And they have a different technology on how they pass their data, and it might be a better fit for you. They offer internet and phone services, and they have some new plans, packages for you here at the first of the year here in this January. So stop into one of the stores Monday through Friday here in Broken Bow and the other locations and ask how they can help you. So let's see here, Brent. I guess we can play the game.
We can, yeah.
School lunch menus we won't have today, because most schools are either having no school at all or, in some cases, a late start.
All right, I think we asked this question yesterday, didn't get an answer, so we'll try it one more time today. In 1988, the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was ready to welcome its first all-girl group. The one they chose had 12 number one singles, and 2 of them were among the Hall's list of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. Who is this groundbreaking, history-making group? Your choices are the Shirelles, Martha and the Vandellas, the Ronettes, or the Supremes. Those are your choices. Who was the first all-girl group inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
7 days a week, when you're looking for a home-cooked meal, look no further than the Tumbleweed Cafe on East Highway 2. They feature daily lunch specials that are a great pick-me-up in the middle of your day. Don't forget, you can order online and pick up too, or make use of their handy drive-thru for extra fast, home-style food. They love serving Central Nebraska with the classics, from burgers and fries to chicken fried steak and pies, at the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
We have Catherine on the line. Good morning, Catherine. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Good. Got your snow scoop ready to go?
Yeah.
I hope. No, be careful. Don't work too hard, okay?
Well, I can use my tractor. So.
Oh, well, there you go. That helps.
Yeah.
That sure helps. Here's Brent with the question.
Okay, Catherine, who was the first all-girl group inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Was it the Shirelles, Martha and the Vandellas, the Ronettes, or the Supremes?
I'm going to guess the Supremes.
Yep, that's it. You got it. Yep. The Supremes is the answer. And because you've answered correctly, Catherine, we have for you a certificate that'll get you one of those delicious tumbleweed meals at the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. So you just come on out and see us when you're able to get here and do it safely, and we'll have your certificate for you.
Okay, thank you, but it might be a little while.
That will be just fine. We don't throw them away. We hang on to them. So.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Catherine. 7:47 is your time. We're going to go back and again thank our sponsors that bring you postponements and cancellations and let you hear from them right now. When you're stranded or in a tough spot, call Hunter's Towing and Repair. They serve Broken Bow, Custer County, and beyond with 24-hour towing and recovery, lockout service, jump starts, portable welding and fabrication, fuel delivery, spare tire changes, and motorcycle towing. Hunter does it all. Available 24/7 at 308-870-1983 or visit hunterstowingrepair.com to learn more about Hunter's Towing and Repair based in Berwyn.
It happens. We slip, we slide, we run into things. When you come to a stop, don't let that damage hang out on your car. See Todd and the crew at Fixed Ride Auto Body. They'll get you back on the road with your vehicle looking awesome. Living here in Central Nebraska, we battle winter weather every year. It wants to make us slip and slide and crash. Fixed Ride is here to help. Fixed Ride Auto Body, 872-6860. We're just north of the tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
Well, we have Drew on the line, Brent. He's dug himself out of a snow pile somewhere, and he's ready to do a report.
Well, good. It's Drew.
Good morning, Drew.
Morning, guys.
Well, how's it going? I asked you how it was going, and you said, great. I felt a bit of sarcasm there.
Oh, beautiful morning in the Sandhills.
Well, you know what? The weather's going to kind of straighten out, and by Thursday and Friday, you're going to have some good weather and maybe another inch of snow now, the way they're talking it. So are the sales going to go on as scheduled?
Yes, sir. We're going to have the sales go on as scheduled. And this Thursday in Broken Bow, we're just going to have layups this week. We're going to have guys be around there tomorrow to unload for you if you want to bring those in early. And be there all day, and of course we'll be there Thursday, and then Friday we've got a huge day there in Berlin. We've got about 5,000 head of feeder calves there Friday, so got a big day there. Kind of give you a recap of how we operated last week. Broken Bow had a layup sale and a good calf sale, and this is kind of how we went along there. The top cows in the way-up division, we had top cows bringing, called that market, way-up market, I called that about steady to $4 higher. Top cows bring 61 to 63. Medium-type frame cows bring 56 to 60. And thinner-type cows and shellier cows bringing 42 to 51. And in the butcher bull division, bulls were bringing from 76 up to our top bull was 90 cents. That's how we got along there in the way-up division. We got over in the calf division there in Broken Bow. We had some 486-pound steers bring $1.73. We had some 554-pound steers bring $1.65. Had some 616-pound steers bring $1.44, and some 606-pound steers bring $1.61. And then we got in the heifer division, we had some 510-pound steers or heifers bring $1.61. 623-pound heifers bring $1.41, and some 574-pound heifers bring $1.37. And called that market pretty much steady. I'd say 5 higher there on the calves last week in Broken Bow. And then Burwell on Friday, we had a real nice bred heifer and bred cow sale. Those bred heifers were bringing anywhere from about $1,600 up to $1,875, and then red heifer division, we were right there around that. Good cows were bringing $1,600, and we did have ones that bring $1,900 there in the bred cow division. That's how we got along there and operated in Burwell. Like I said, this week we've got way ups there in Broken Bow. And then we got 5,000 head of feeders in replacement heifers in Burwell on Friday. Next week in Broken Bow, going to have a really nice sale. If you guys are still needing some cows, going to have a great bred cow sale. Got one dispersion of cows coming from an estate, the Rich Jorgensen estate over in Callaway. Super, super nice set of cows. A lot of genetics in those, and gentle set of cows, real even set of cows. And if you guys are still needing some cows, it's going to be a great opportunity to buy an outstanding set. If you got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105.
All right. Everything all right out there? You getting everything fed and staying, you haven't slipped and fell or anything, have you?
I haven't slipped and fell, getting everything fed. And I thought I saw Bob Bowles there at the inauguration. Then it just ended up being, yeah. And then it just ended up being Bernie Sanders all bundled up.
Oh, boy.
I could see Bob wearing those mittens, though. Couldn't you, Drew?
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah. Drew, thanks a lot. Well, I'll let him know.
You do that. You guys have a good
You
rest.
too, Drew. Take care. We'll be back with more right after these words.
Tips for weathering winter storms brought to you by Custer Public Power. If the power goes out, notify your utility of the outage. Have an emergency kit prepared to help you and your family weather the outage. Some items should include bottled water, non-perishable food, flashlights, a weather radio, and extra batteries. Use alternative heating sources safely and only venture outside if necessary. If you do go outside, treat all downed and hanging lines as if they are energized. Stay safe this winter season. These tips brought to you by Custer Public Power.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly, or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
7:54 is your time, and we have Logan on the line from Arrow Seed in Broken Bow. Good morning, Logan.
Good morning.
Logan, do you have any ice melt?
I've got quite a bit of ice melt, actually.
That's good, because I think there'll be a little of that going on with this snow's going to be around for a while, and then it'll melt and then freeze in the morning, and be a good idea to have some on hand.
It would be. And we've actually got a couple different options for ice melt. We've got 50-pound bags, or we've also got the small, I think they're a 12-pound jug, so like a little shaker jug.
Mm-hmm.
But we've also got those jugs in pet-friendly shakers. So the ice melt is friendlier to your four-legged critters, and it doesn't tear up their paws and it doesn't hurt them at all.
It's a good idea. We don't think of those things sometimes, but that's regular salt and so forth, and some types are not good for little paws, so that's appreciated. So, what else you got for us this morning?
Well, I don't know if you guys are big onto like the UFC stuff. That whole Conor McGregor fight this weekend, and it was only on TV, no live audiences. And with COVID, we're seeing a lot of that where you have to watch it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually this weekend I watched the Origami World Championships.
Wow, the World Championships of Origami. I didn't know there was such a thing, actually.
Yeah, there is. The catch was that it was only on pay-per-view.
That's good. Right now, people are going, I don't even know what origami is.
So, but if you don't have access to a TV or anything like that, you know what else is really good entertainment? Is watching birds at a bird feeder.
Oh, you know what? I've got to tell you this. I was at, a lot of people know Daryl and Donna Sybrant. I was over visiting them last evening, and they had loaded up their bird feeders. Oh, my goodness. I've never seen so many birds. And they were fun to watch.
They are. I don't know. Birds are just kind of cool because you really never know what's going to come in. And we've got bird seed for pretty much anything. We've got I guess I'd call it probably one of our most popular bird seeds, which would be our finch blend. So we make that in-house, and it's really good for your goldfinches, your red finches, your little tiny birds. And it usually does a pretty good job of keeping the blackbirds and some of your bigger birds out of the way because it's really, really small seed. That being said, we've also got black oil sunflowers, which you put black oil sunflowers in a bird feeder, anything's going to come in and eat it. It's a pretty broad food for birds. We've also got safflower. Safflower is kind of a unique one. It'll keep some birds away, but it'll make other birds come in. I know cardinals and orioles and stuff along those lines really like safflower, but the blackbirds and squirrels and stuff, not so much. So it's kind of a good way to narrow down what's going to come in.
Do you not like squirrels, Logan?
Well, I mean, they're pretty tasty with gravy.
Have you really had squirrel?
Yeah.
Have you?
It is. It's good.
Have you, okay, now, did you prepare the squirrel yourself or someone else?
I did.
Did you? Boy,
I did.
I think they'd be tough to clean and prepare.
You're like a rabbit.
Not really.
Not really?
About like a rabbit.
Oh, okay.
Last time I had rabbit, it made me kind of jumpy, so I don't usually have rabbit anymore.
Well, I won't say anything about the last time you ate squirrel.
I bet it made him a little bit squirrely.
I bet it did.
So, no, squirrels can be fun to watch
they can.
On your bird feeder, but they can also eat. They can eat you out of house and home real quick.
They can. And they'll find all kinds of ways to do it. They'll hang upside down and all kinds of things to get in there. So they're very, very persistent.
They are. The other thing that we've got is wild bird mix. And wild bird mix would be like if you went to the convenience store, to the gas station, got a cup for fountain pop, and just put a little bit of everything in that.
Okay.
That wild bird mix has a little bit of everything in it. So it's got your millet, it's got thistle, Niger thistle, it's got sunflowers, it's got safflower, it's got sunflower hearts, it's got some wheat. I mean, it's got everything in it. It's a really good one if you live out in the country. Deer will eat it. Turkeys will eat it. You know, your songbirds will eat it. Rabbits, everything will come into wild bird mix.
Okay, so you have all those in stock, ready to go, custom mixed right there in Arrow Seed.
We do. The nice thing with a lot of the stuff that we offer is in bulk, just like our garden seed. Anytime you can get it in bulk, it's going to be cheaper because you're not paying for the packaging.
Mm-hmm. And
so
you can kind of customize it.
We've got all of our bird seed available in bulk quantities.
All right. Are all your windows closed, or there still time for folks to save a little money?
There is. We've still got our early order discounts going on until February 10th.
Okay.
And that would be on sorghum, Sudan, pearl millet, cane, stuff along those lines, as well as we've still got early order and prepaid discounts going on for alfalfa.
All right. And are all of those on February 10th, Logan?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So yeah, we're getting geared up for a great spring.
So, little off subject here, but not for you. Big layer of snow on the ground, and it was one of those that laid kind of flat and going to soak into the ground just a little bit. I don't think the ground is froze as hard as it would typically be middle and latter part of January. So some of this moisture is going to soak in, I think, and give us a little shot in the spring. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we needed moisture in general,
mm-hmm.
and this was probably the perfect way to get it.
Yeah. Plus, it's great for hunting. If you're a hunter, you can go out and tromp in the snow and follow the tracks and have yourself a good time.
It is. I bet if you went out right now and tried to call in a coyote, it probably wouldn't take very long.
No, probably not. And with that thought in mind, not processing a coyote, but you have processing equipment to process wild game. And, of course, you can use it for beef and pork and chicken and turkey as well, right?
Absolutely. We are running a little bit low on certain things, but just like everywhere else, it's kind of hard to get stuff.
Yeah.
And with food processing kind of going gangbusters this year, a lot of stuff's just back ordered until they can get another shipment in.
Right.
But we do still have a great selection of food processing, not only the equipment, so your grinders, your stuffers, your meat mixers, but we've also got smokers, we've got grills, and then we've got all of the seasonings that you would need.
Okay. Logan, anything else that we didn't cover that you wanted to mention today?
I think that pretty well does it.
All right. Well, thanks for the nice jokes and the good information. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So come on in and see me at Arrow Seed one of these days, and maybe you'll get a free joke.
Okay. Thanks, Logan.
Yep. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, you too. All right, it is news time here on this Tuesday.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. At least one person is dead, at least 17 injured after a tornado tore through Jefferson County, Alabama. WIAT-TV's Addie Weaver.
Buildings and structures were completely destroyed, including the Hearst Towing Building. The storm wiped straight through the building, not even leaving one wall standing. It's actually really unrecognizable.
States are coming up with new ways for people to sign up for highly sought-after COVID vaccines. Governor Murphy says New Jersey's new hotline was overwhelmed on day one.
We expected a lot of people calling. They did. We continue to ask for patience.
Democrats in the Senate are a step closer to getting legislation passed. CBS's Nicole Killian says
a hurdle was cleared when Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell agreed to move forward with a power-sharing agreement with Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Work had been stalled here in the Senate during the impasse, but now the chamber can organize based on the new 50-50 split.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Gavin Higgins with you, and here is a look at state news. A move to tighten Nebraska's seatbelt law returns to the state capitol this week. Highway safety experts are expected to once again make the case that not enough Nebraska drivers are buckling up. But those experts have run into political roadblocks before. Joe Jordan with News Channel Nebraska has the story.
It's the most dangerous thing we do every day.
We're still weak and we can do better.
It's been about 2 years since a room full of state lawmakers watched this crash test video and listened to experts push for what they argue are much-needed life-saving laws. Then, in the months that followed, and as News Channel Nebraska first reported, the state was on track for one of its deadliest traffic years in over a decade. The final numbers fine, those soaring numbers are reality. In 2019, there were 249 traffic deaths in Nebraska, up from 230 in 2018, an 8% increase. 2019 was also the deadliest year on Nebraska roads in 12 years, since 2007, when there were 256 deaths. Which takes us back to those looking to change several state safety laws.
We have more than enough evidence that shows people are safer in a seatbelt.
The evidence? Nebraska, 2017.
7 out of 10 fatalities where the seatbelt was not used.
In Nebraska, drivers who are not buckled up cannot be pulled over by police unless they've done something else wrong. It's a secondary offense, not a primary offense, and for years has been just fine by Governor Pete Ricketts, who told me in 2015 that the secondary offense is a way we can make sure that we're sending the right message, that people should wear their seatbelts, but also balancing off that individual liberty.
Some people will tell you they have the right to not wear a seatbelt. It is their right to take the risk. Well, let's look at that, what their so-called right costs. If these people do not have good health insurance plans, other insurance coverage, taxpayers will bear the cost through Medicaid.
Primary laws have the greater effect. The effect of primary versus secondary laws on fatalities is estimated at 3 to 14%.
And there's another change sitting shotgun in Hilkeman's bill. Right now, only adults sitting in the front seat have to buckle up. He changed that to include adults in the back seat as well. And here's why. AAA Nebraska agrees with Hilkeman.
It's not the crash that kills the driver. It is the backseat passenger who's unrestrained with their body's force being forced into that person who's then pushed into the steering wheel.
On Tuesday, lawmakers will once again hold a hearing on legislation to tighten Nebraska's seatbelt laws, along with legislation that would curtail texting and talking on the phone while driving. You see, both came up short last year, as they have year after year after year. In Papillion, Joe Jordan, News Channel, Nebraska.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking the night in the NBA, 9 games on the hardwood with the Lakers beating the Cavaliers 115-108. LeBron James back in his home state against his old team had 46 points to lead LA to the victory. Lakers are now 14-4, best record in the league, and 10-0 on the road this season. Nets knock off the Heat 98-85. Brooklyn's 4-2 since the James Harden trade. Pistons surprised the Sixers 119-104. Celtics beat the Bulls 119-103. Steph Curry went for 36 points, leading the Warriors over the Timberwolves 130-108. Thunder topped the Trailblazers 125-122. Nuggets beat the Mavericks 117-113 despite Dallas star Luka Doncic going for a triple-double, 35 points, 11 rebounds, 16 assists. Pacers down the Raptors 129-114, and the Magic beat the Hornets 117-108. College basketball, 3 ranked teams in action, 2 of them going head-to-head. Number 11, West Virginia, edge number 10, Texas Tech, 88-87. Number 8, Virginia beat Syracuse, 81-58.
Here's your Weatherology Forecast. Cloudy skies, a chance for some light snow showers lingering for today, those high temperatures into the upper teens. Then for tonight, chance for some light snow, especially in the evening, low of 3 above. On your Wednesday, partial sunshine developing with lower 20s for highs, and then trending even milder on Thursday with partly sunny skies back up to 35, approaching 40 on Friday. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
It is 9 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, and we will be making contact with Team Physical Therapy here in just a little bit, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we're going to cover some of the changes due to the weather this morning. And that is brought to you by Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body. We'll hear from a couple of those businesses and be right back. Brent Apperson is getting lined up for that here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. When you're stranded or in a tough spot, call Hunter's Towing and Repair. They serve Broken Bow, Custer County, and beyond with 24-hour towing and recovery. lockout service, jump starts, portable welding and fabrication, fuel delivery, spare tire changes, and motorcycle towing, Hunter does it all. Available 24/7 at 308-870-1983 or visit hunterstowingrepair.com to learn more about Hunter's Towing and Repair based in Berwyn.
It happens. We slip, we slide, we run into things. When you come to a stop, don't let that damage hang out on your car. See Todd and the crew at Fixed Ride Auto Body. They'll get you back on the road with your vehicle looking awesome. Living here in central Nebraska, we battle winter weather every year. It wants to make us slip and slide and crash. Fixed Ride is here to help. Fixed Ride Auto Body, 872-6860. We're just north of the tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
Currently 10 degrees under a cloudy sky. Winds out of the north 5 to 10. Barometric pressure still rising at 30.01. Humidity at 89%. High yesterday, 23 with an overnight low of 11. Now 10 degrees here in the 8 o'clock hour. Sunrise at 7:56 this morning. Sunset today at 5:46 and sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:55. We received 33 hundredths precipitation from the snowfall from 7 o'clock yesterday until 7 o'clock this morning. We estimate 7 to 8 inches of snowfall. Heard from Butch up on Rifle Creek, North Van Selmel this morning. He estimated they had about 5 inches there. And the further you go east, the more you get. Talked to some folks in Grand Island yesterday, late afternoon, and they had several more inches there than we have here. And, of course, you've heard about Omaha and Lincoln. They are buried on the east end of the state. So travel that way, not recommended, at least through most of today. So with those road conditions out there a little bit iffy, especially that direction, if you can stay home and safe, do so. If you have to travel, just be careful. The crews have been out doing a great job on the highways of graveling and pushing the snow off, so when we do get a little melt, it's going to happen pretty fast. With the changes due to the weather, brought to you by our fine sponsors we mentioned, here's Brent Apperson.
All right, Dave, thanks. And the way these are posted on our list is everything that comes in is posted alphabetically. So there will be we'll talk schools, and then we'll have some other announcements. So just kind of bear with us as we go through the list. I can tell you, though, just scanning through here, it looks like all the schools in the area now have went to closed for today. So we'll update you here. And some of Smyrna public schools are closed. Arcadia schools closed. Arnold schools are closed. Blaine County Courthouse in Brewster, they will be opening at 9 o'clock this morning. Broken Bow Public Schools are closed. No kids club or activities. Building Blocks Child Care Center and Preschool in Gothenburg is closed. Burwell schools are now closed for today. Also, Callaway schools closed. Central Community College, Lexington, and Ord Learning Centers are both closed today. Citizens Bank and Trust in Loop City will be opening at 10 o'clock this morning. Broken Bow City Council meeting scheduled for tonight. That has been postponed and rescheduled for Thursday, January 28th. Also, the City of Broken Bow reminds you that City of Broken Bow in a snow emergency through 11:59 Wednesday night. City of Cozad in a snow emergency. Please move all vehicles on snow routes. Cozad Child Care closed today. Cozad Public Schools are closed. Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center closed. No home delivery of meals or bus service. Cozad Head Start is closed. Gothenburg Public Schools are now closed. No practices or activities. Gothenburg Senior Center closed today. No home delivery or curbside delivery. Grand Island Independent in Broken Bow. Today's paper will be delivered with tomorrow's paper. Great Western Bank in Callaway will be opening at 10 o'clock this morning. Let's see. Some other information. Lexington Public Schools are closed. Litchfield Public Schools are closed. No evening activities. Loop City Schools are closed. Loop County Schools in Taylor are now closed for the day. Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company in Broken Bow branches will open at 10 a.m. this morning. Ord Public Schools are closed. Overton Schools closed. Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow closed today. No meals or delivery. Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning now showing closed for today. No school at Sargent. No school at Stapleton. No school at SEM. And now no school at Thetford Public Schools. And I think that updates us as of this minute.
All right. It will change, and we'll have the changes for you. Always appreciate you folks letting us know of any changes out there. And we are a little short-staffed here this week, so I know that I missed an email from yesterday afternoon that somebody sent in. And if you don't see something posted that you email to us at info@Sandhills, please call because we are a little short-handed at the front desk, and we may miss an email, and then you won't see it posted. So you might have to call and jack us up a little bit, and we'll get it on for you. But I appreciate that call this morning. We'll take a time out. We'll hear from some more of our great businesses bringing you these weather changes.
Tips for weathering winter storms brought to you by Custer Public Power. If the power goes out, notify your utility of the outage. Have an emergency kit prepared to help you and your family weather the outage. Some items should include bottled water, non-perishable food, flashlights, a weather radio, and extra batteries. Use alternative heating sources safely and only venture outside if necessary. If you do go outside, treat all downed and hanging lines as if they are energized. Stay safe this winter season. These tips brought to you by Custer Public Power.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly, or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
Everyone loves winter. Your car door is frozen shut, it takes 10 minutes to regain feeling in your extremities after going outside, and you're just wiped out on a patch of ice. While Runza can't make it any warmer, we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Every Tuesday in January and February, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Runza sandwich when you buy medium fries and a drink. Because Runza makes it all better.
The Temperature Tuesday reading is 12 degrees. That means your original Runza sandwich is just 12 cents today when you purchase a medium fry and medium drink today only at Runza.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, Palmer Monument Company is giving you one more good reason, their annual winter sale. Come and see them today with the coupon from the newspaper and receive additional savings off their already reduced prices.
Hi, this is Chris Smith with the Palmer Monument Company. It's our goal to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs. And with our sale, we'll save you money too.
During the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company in Lexington and Broken Bow.
It is 8:18. We're running a little behind here. We are going to contact Team Physical Therapy here in just a moment and visit with Rachel. So that's coming up. And then we have Big Iron Auction Company probably coming in here in just a little bit. We may record him if he's calling when we get Team Physical Therapy on. So that's all coming up. And Brent has everything lined up on his laptop and his phone. And a little bit later on when we get kind of caught up here, we're going to sit down and talk about how the guys have decided to handle sports all landing on Wednesday. Should be interesting. I think you'll be happy with it, folks. Stay tuned for that.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
All right, Mr. Krelborn, let's try some word association. I'll say a word, and you tell me the first word or words that come to mind.
Whatever you say, Doc.
Love.
Blue truck.
Fast.
Blue truck.
Hot.
Blue truck.
Cold.
Blue truck.
Day.
Blue truck.
Night.
Blue truck. Okay, Doc, what do you think?
Well, you are deeply fixated on blue trucks, Mr. Krelborn.
Isn't everyone? Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery is back, and people could win one of 7 2021 blue Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks, or a $500 ethanol-enriched fuel card. $2 Trucks and Bucks is the Nebraska Lottery's most popular scratch ticket, and this is the first time they've given away blue trucks. There's just one word for Trucks and Bucks. Exciting.
Blue truck.
Can I get a discount on this session, Doc?
Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds, 1 in 300,000.
Hey up! Bulls are ready and heading to the Graff and Tumbling Tea Angus Bull Sale, Saturday, February 6th, 1 o'clock east of Ogallala on Highway 30. Angus bulls with performance, eye appeal, maternal and carcass traits, sired by SAV Territory, Epic, Keneally Legendary, Special Agent, Top Money, and Keneally 1682 Night Watch. EPDs verified with DNA testing, performance weights, and genomically ranked within the top 1 to 25% of the entire Angus breed to ensure optimizing and complementing your cattle business. Age advantaged and yearlings for your selection. Free feeding and delivery in March. View the bulls early in person or on the web at graffcattle.com. Call Chuck at 308-289-5841 or Trevor at 308-726-3366. That's Saturday, February 6th on DV Auction, or better yet in person for Graff and Tumbling Tea Angus, Ogallala.
Varney Health Mart, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, invites you to see their display on Prevagen. They have regular and extra strength available. Prevagen is clinically shown to help with mild memory loss associated with aging. Simply take 1 capsule a day. They come in 60-day supplies. Prevagen, available at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow.
Caring for you and about you. Varney Health Mart.
8:22 is the time. As we mentioned, we're running a little bit behind, but we are able to make connection and have made connection with Rachel Mabry of Team Physical Therapy. And good morning, young lady. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing good.
Doing well.
Doing well. Let's talk about scooping snow to start with.
It seems pretty relevant these last few days, doesn't it?
Yes, and I imagine at Team Physical Therapy, that picks things up a little bit, and I know that keeps you busy. What can you recommend for folks out there maybe to avoid injuries? And then if they do, pull something in the back or back of the leg, how to come and get some help?
Mm-hmm. So, we're all going to be shoveling, yesterday, today, maybe, hopefully not tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow. The biggest recommendations that I can give are, if at all possible, try to push the snow out of the way instead of lifting it up and throwing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then give yourself breaks. We got plenty of snow. Don't try and do it all in one sitting. Give yourself breaks. And during those breaks are your times where you're really going to see, okay, how am I feeling? Do I need to take a longer break? Am I starting to hurt? Should I change how I'm doing things? When you sit and take a break is where you start to kind of feel how your body's feeling. So
that makes sense.
Absolutely, we're kind of expecting, with how slick it is, to see some falls. If you fell yesterday or you shoveled a lot yesterday and you're hurting today, just give our office a call. We will work with you to figure out whether you need to go see the doctor first or whether you can come right in. But if you're hurting, we want to get you in and get you feeling better ASAP. Because I don't think the snow is going anywhere anytime fast.
No, we've got a good 7-8 inches out there, and we're going to be cold the next day or two, and then warm up a little bit. And I was visiting with Logan about that from Aeroseed this morning, because what will happen here is we'll have piles of snow that's going to melt, and then it'll get cold overnight. And when we're going to walk outside, we'll want to be very careful, because a lot of that kind of slick surface you really can't see. And those are, I think, are the ones that really cause the most problems when it's you have a surprise fall.
Oh, absolutely. I saw a video of one of the nurses at the hospital. She had a home video unit, and it was that same thing where it looked fine, but then she stepped off of her steps and just went straight to her tailbone.
Oh, boy.
Because it was so slick.
Ouch.
And, I mean, thankfully she's okay, so we could all have a little laugh about it because it was on video, so we could repeat it.
Yeah, there you go. As long as she wasn't hurt, it was a little funny. I also think...
She was okay.
Good, good.
But it's not funny when you're not okay.
No.
So I think these next few days, be wary. Don't be overly trusting of sidewalks and whatnot. A lot of times, it sounds a little silly, but a lot of times we'll talk about the penguin walk. Mm-hmm. So if you think about how a penguin walks, it kind of just takes short little steps instead of big, long strides where if you do notice it's a little slick, you're going to be able to recover and not fall if you're taking just shorter, cautious steps.
Right. And also, I've remember having some conversations before with team physical therapy about even getting some sort of a whiplash in the neck, or maybe your head hits the ground first, which is never good, but that can really cause even some neck problems, I think.
Absolutely. So the fall itself, you always think about people landing on like their tailbone or their butt and that being sore. But a lot of times it's our reactionary mechanisms that cause us more pain. So when you go to reach an arm out to catch yourself, then your arm becomes the area that absorbs the most force. So you can get an injury to the wrist, to the elbow, to the shoulder. Same thing with the neck or the back. If you jerk quick in response to the fall or as you're falling, that in itself can cause an injury kind of higher up the chain in the neck or the back.
Mm-hmm. And one that really makes me quiver is elbows.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, when you hit that crazy bone or funny bone in your elbow, it hurts bad enough. But boy, having it smack on cement can not only hurt, it could be some things that's going to need some work for quite a while to rehabilitate.
Absolutely. And I mean, the ground is unforgiving, especially now, whether you're on cement or any other kind of ground. There's no soft ground right now.
Right.
So the best thing we can do is just waddle our way the next few days and really try to avoid falling because the ground will not give us any favors.
No, it will not. And, I think that's some great advice. And then if they do, as you say, maybe you fall and you think you're okay, and then the next day you can hardly walk, or, you realize you've really done some sort of either small, minor, or major damage. They can just call you and set up an appointment to come in. I know you even take walk-ins, so you're kind of ready for everything.
Yep, we are fortunate, I think, in all of our locations to be staffed well enough that we can accept walk-ins at any location. So we've got locations here in Broken Bow, in Callaway, in Gothenburg, in Kearney, and in Burwell.
All right. And right, Rochelle?
Which, unfortunately, all have been hit by snow.
I bet, yeah, they have, and some even heavier. Rachel, when we're talking about going back to that scooping, where we're out there scooping, and I love what you say. I think most people who have scooped snow, you get kind of in a rhythm, and you actually loosen your body up, or you think you are. And then when you stop for a little while and sit down, you notice it's a little bit more difficult to get up than you thought it was. Maybe you're getting stiff. The cold kind of gets to you when you don't realize it when you're working like that. So I love your advice about just stopping every once in a while, taking a break, just lean on the shovel and look around and, enjoy the snow a little while.
Absolutely. I mean, it is really tempting because you just want to be done and get inside and have it over with. Mm-hmm. But giving yourself just a chance, because you may not realize that you're doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
So if you're shoveling the same way over and over and over again, you're getting some areas that are overworking and some areas that maybe aren't working as high, and then you're getting an imbalance there that can really create either a lot of soreness or maybe you've got some arthritis in the knee or whatnot. Then it's going to cause into irritation, because you're overworking maybe one side or the other.
So what do you think about the scoop shovels, the new designs where you've got a bend in the handle? Do you think that helps?
Well, with this much snow, I don't know if anything helps other than a snowblower.
That's true, but I'm with you on pushing it. And we did scoop some snow yesterday, but we really did and was able to push it when it was about 5 inches or so. We could you can have a couple different kind of shovels for that. The curved ones, the big ones, work really nice to push, but I don't think they're great for when you do have to bend down and scoop. So I don't know about you, but we have one out here. It's a plastic one, but it's designed like a grain shovel. So that when we have to scoop, we use that one because you don't get as big of bites, to move. But the ones that you push snow with, sometimes especially the bigger ones, actually are very difficult to pick up snow with. It seems like it puts more strain on your back that way too. So I think
absolutely. I mean, deciding how much you want to load your shovel with. So if you've got a big wide driveway, it might work instead to actually push some of the outside and then go back and then push the middle so that you don't overload that shovel with too much snow. Yeah. Well, these are all good things to talk about and remind ourselves of. We're certainly all guilty of getting out there, maybe getting a little bit too rambunctious, like you say, to get it done and get inside. But if we take those precautions, and if we do have a problem, as you mentioned, you have several locations and you have walk-ins or call ahead and set something up, right? Absolutely. You can reach our Broken Bow office at 308-872-5111. And if you need the phone, I don't have the other phone numbers memorized. I should, but I don't. But if you call our number, we can direct you to the closest location as well. Sure. And I know your website's very informative as well. So if they pop on the website, they can look at it that way too. Yep. We've got all our locations at our website. Our website is myteampt.com. All right. Well, thanks for the talk. I think that was a very timely one, and we've got, another, 3-4 inches out there after the first 5 at noon yesterday to pick up. So we appreciate it very much, and wish you a good... Yeah, you have a good, safe day yourself, okay? Thank you. You guys, too. All right. Appreciate it. It is 8:32. Rachel Mabry of Team Physical Therapy is on staff, along with a lot of other great people at different locations around the area that are ready to help you. And, of course, there's surgeries going on now that weren't going on for a while for rehab. They also rehab people who have suffered a stroke or heart problems or, somebody that has an athletic injury. Or maybe you've pulled yourself into the cab of the tractor and pulled something. They're ready for all of that at Team Physical Therapy in all those locations mentioned.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith of the Palmer Monument Company. There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the months of January and February, we are giving you one more reason, our annual winter sale. Come and see us today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off our already reduced prices. Our goal is to assist you in selecting the memorial that best fits your family needs, and will save you money too, during the annual winter sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow in Lexington.
Even though it's not outdoor planting time, the Garden Center always has products that are great to have available year-round. Mulch not staying put? Refresh your beds with mulch from the Garden Center. And for indoor plants, they have potting soil. Succulents are great for inside, and they have them as well as decorations to brighten your home and make it feel alive. Visit them at the Garden Center, 1 block south off Highway 2, Tuesday to Friday, 10 to 5:30, and Saturday, 10 until 2. Just turn by the Tumbleweed Cafe.
Hi, Hi, this is Terry at Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow. Make sure you check out our user-friendly website, offbroadwayapartments.com, featuring a new virtual tour that is about 3 minutes long with a voiceover. You can even connect with our residents by sending them a card. Just call us for more details, 308-872-2522. You can also check us out on Facebook, Off-Broadway, Exceptional Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow.
And at this time on The Breakfast Show, we're visiting with our good friend Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company. Well, Mark, there's some white stuff on the ground across the state of Nebraska. How are you where you're at today?
Well, I'm in by St. Nebraska. We had 9 inches, so it definitely takes a little while to get to where you're going. Give yourself a little time. If you don't have to go anywhere, just stay home. And I know we've got an online auction today selling some Madison County real estate. And there's 2 different parcels for 2 different family members. And I already talked to one of the sellers this morning, and they said, boy, they sure are glad they're going online because they're not worried about the traffic not having to be there. Because everybody can bid on this farm right from the convenience of their house and or their cell phone. All you need is a cell phone connection. And we like to tell everybody, if you have a slow internet service, too, out in rural America, make sure you just use that maximum bid feature. That way you can stay in on the farm. If somebody puts in another bid, the computer will bid on your behalf. So that's a great way of making things work. But today we've got 2 Madison County farms that will sell. They're located, one by Battle Creek, Nebraska, and one by Lindsay, Nebraska. But dryland farms, folks, if you're looking to roll some 1031 money or something, go to bigiron.com and check it out. Big Iron Realty agents Jim Stock and John Stock are facilitating that sale. But tomorrow, folks, we've got over 700 items that are selling on the machinery sale on bigiron.com. We've got Cook Farms of Juniata. They've got a John Deere 4024 power unit. They've got a Rhino RC125 flail shredder. They've got first-rate ag services out of Holdridge, Nebraska, folks selling a John Deere 4930 sprayer. This thing's got 124 booms on it. We've got the Paul Niemeyer Living Trust. They're from DeWitt, Nebraska. They got 55 items, including an international 1486 tractor. They've got a 5-yard soil mover. They've got a 1976 Ford F600 grain truck that's selling. They've got the John Jansen Estate in Fordyce, Nebraska. They've got 34 items, including a John Deere 4250 tractor. They've got a Case IH RMX 340 disc that will also be sold to the highest bidder here on bigiron.com. We've got the Klein Mullane sale by Gothenburg, Nebraska. They've got a 2018 Yetter seed tender. They've got a Manco stock roller, too, that you mount on the front of your tractor to knock those stalks down. Right here by Broken Bow, Nebraska, folks, Young Acres Inc. Retirement, they're selling a John Deere 637 disc. They've got a John Deere 726 27-foot mulch field finisher. They've got a John Deere 1760 Series 12-30 front-fold planter that will also be sold here on bigiron.com. So we want you to check those items out there right here by Broken Bow, Nebraska for Young Acres Inc. Retirement. Henry Knox has been busy, folks. He has been running the wheels off his vehicle, lifting equipment. He's got this selling tomorrow, and he's got a lot of other equipment that's up and coming. If you folks are into a collector Kenworth K100E cab over trucks, we're selling a 1985 model over by Exeter there in Nebraska. Check out that machine. We also have some livestock selling tomorrow. There's some bred cows over by O'Neill, Nebraska. We got some open heifers that are being sold for breeding stock, and they're located by Bartlett, Nebraska. So check out bigiron.com as we are selling livestock more routinely now. A lot of people like leaving that livestock right on their farm. They don't have to worry about hauling it somewhere else and getting it damaged, running through a whole bunch of pens and gates and things like that. So the bred cows and the breeding bulls be watching not only for the sale on Wednesday, but for a lot of other livestock packages that will be coming up here shortly over time. But just a great lineup of equipment selling. And, folks, we're now listing equipment, land, and livestock that will be sold in the last week of February and already into March. So if you've got items you want to sell, you got to get up, pick up the phone and give us a call, folks, to 1-800-887-8625. That's 1-800-887-8625.
All right, Mark, sounds like you're busy as always, and with the way the weather is right now, can't think of a better way to spend the day than look at the computer, grab a cup of coffee, and check out things on Big Iron.
Yep, it's
then Bruning Bank has your back. Get custom notifications with our new Alerts feature. Simply sign in to your online banking to customize the alerts that suit your needs and choose how you would prefer to receive them. It's that easy. The Bruning Bank mobile app now features Credit Sense to help you monitor your credit score as well. And with the addition of Zelle, it's never been easier to send and receive money between family and friends. Call today or visit bruningbank.com for more information. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Everyone loves winter. Your car door is frozen shut, it takes 10 minutes to regain feeling in your extremities after going outside, and you're just wiped out on a patch of ice. While Runza can't make it any warmer, we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Every Tuesday in January and February, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Runza sandwich when you buy medium fries and a drink. Because Runza makes it all better.
The Temperature Tuesday reading is 12 degrees. That means your original Runza sandwich is just 12 cents today when you purchase a medium fry and medium drink today only at Runza.
Visit Geared for Sports on the Square in Broken Bow for great deals on winter apparel. Right now, everything winter is marked at 35% off. Hoodies, sweatpants, pullovers, stocking caps, and more. It's all marked at 35% off. Go check out the selection at Geared for Sports on the Square in Broken Bow. You won't be disappointed. They're ready to gear you up to compete or be a fan. 35% off winter apparel at Geared for Sports. Go and visit them soon.
Don't let winter weather and the fear of falling keep you stranded for the season. Poor balance doesn't have to be a consequence of aging. Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment from Pearson Physical Therapy, offering clinic, home, and telemedicine visits. Don't fall, give Pearson's a call at 872-5800. 8:47 is your time. Thanks to all our great guests for talking with us this morning. We're going to be giving away a $25 gift card today during the breakfast show, so be sure and listen for that. And we'll be doing that towards the end of the show. I want to let you know that we did receive word from the National Weather Service in North Platte that the threat for additional snow accumulation has decreased for today and through tomorrow morning. They do expect light snow to return today into tonight. However, accumulations of less than an inch are now expected rather than what they were predicting before. So that's good news for you. I hope you like that. But we'll get some snow, but not a great deal. And as Brent mentioned earlier off the air, I'm glad we're not in Lincoln and Omaha today. They're buried down that way. Brent, this is National Spouses Day.
Is it now? All right.
So this is a two-way street. A spouse can be the guy or the gal, right? Your spouse.
I would say, yes.
Yeah. So celebrate the bond between you and your spouse. It's also good to remember that January is known as Divorce Month.
Oh, wonderful.
So
okay.
Make the most of this National Spouse Day, since January is known for all of its divorces. I didn't really know that, but...
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you got... Well, that's interesting because, you know, you think of love, you think of Valentine's Day, which is just a day, but divorce gets its own month.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Also, you're going to like this one, and so will Deb Briner. It's National Peanut Brittle Day today.
Oh, right. No better peanut brittle than the Deb Briner peanut brittle.
That's good stuff, and there's a lot of good peanut brittle around these parts.
Oh,
People know
yeah,
how to
you
make
bet.
it,
They know how to make it around here.
And also the anniversary, unfortunately, of the death of Kobe Bryant. This is a year ago today.
Was it a year ago?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I remember that day.
Yeah, that was not a
shocking,
happy day at all. By the way, on the sports side, the Vegas has spoken. Las Vegas has spoken now that we have our Super Bowl matchup.
The Chiefs got to be the favorite.
They are, Brent. The Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buccaneers. BetMGM has just released its betting odds for the big game. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are a 3.5-point favorite.
Just 3.5, huh? I thought the spread might be just a bit bigger than that. Not much, but maybe closer to 6.
Yep, 3.5. So take your pick.
I don't know. 3.5, you said? I'd still take Kansas City.
I don't know. Tampa Bay looked pretty mean.
Well, you know, Tampa's just got a bunch of that stuff that just makes you feel that it just could be destiny. You know what I mean?
They kind of do.
I mean, first off, Brady, that's number one. And then number two, the fact that they're the first team, I believe, in Super Bowl history to play in their home stadium in the Super Bowl.
They are. And they're coming through the wild card, right?
That is correct.
So,
yep. Yeah, they're a wild card team. They played every game on the. Isn't that interesting? They go through the playoffs, play every game on the road, and then the Super Bowl is the game they get at home. That's crazy.
I bet they're happy about that. Just to show you how things have changed on the political side of our country, 23 years ago today, after the first allegation surfaced about Monica Lewinsky, President Clinton uttered that big lie of I did not. And he was impeached for it. And you think about impeaching for that purpose and impeaching now a second time for these purposes. Wow. Things have unfolded, let's put it that way. All right. 8:51, Brent Epperson is looking at his gear. He's got his smartphone there. He's got his laptop. He's punching some buttons. While he does that, we'll listen to this from some of the great businesses bringing you these reports this morning on The Breakfast Show. When you're stranded or in a tough spot, call Hunter's Towing and Repair. They serve Broken Bow, Custer County, and beyond with 24-hour towing and recovery, lockout service, jump starts, portable welding and fabrication, fuel delivery, spare tire changes, and motorcycle towing. Hunter does it all. Available 24/7 at 308-870-1983 or visit hunterstowingrepair.com to learn more about Hunter's Towing and Repair based in Berwyn.
It happens. We slip, we slide, we run into things. When you come to a stop, don't let that damage hang out on your car. See Todd and the crew at Fixed Right Auto Body. They'll get you back on the road with your vehicle looking awesome. Living here in central Nebraska, we battle winter weather every year. It wants to make us slip and slide and crash. Fixed Right is here to help. Fixed Right Auto Body, 872-6860. We're just north of the tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
All right, here's Brent with some changes due to the weather.
All right, this was just sent in on our email. It says, would you be able to add Maple Park Dental Broken Bow, Dr. Solomon's office, to your closing list for today? Happy to do it. So there you go. Maple Park Dental Broken Bow, Dr. Solomon's office, closed today. We'll go ahead and give you the schools one more time here in our report. And Somerville Public Schools are closed. Arcadia closed. Arnold schools are closed. Broken Bow schools are closed. Burwell closed. Callaway schools are closed today. And then some other announcements. Blaine County Courthouse will be opening at 9 o'clock this morning. Building Blocks Child Care Center and Preschool in Gothenburg is closed today. Central Community College, Lexington, and Ord Learning Centers both closed again today. Citizens Bank and Trust in Loop City going to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Broken Bow City Council meeting for tonight has been postponed and moved to Thursday, January 28th. City of Broken Bow reminds you a snow emergency in effect through 11:59 Wednesday night. Also, snow emergency for Cozad. Please move all vehicles on snow routes. Cozad Child Care closed today. Cozad Public Schools are closed. Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center closed today. No home delivery of meals or bus service. Cozad Head Start is closed. Gothenburg Public Schools are closed. Gothenburg Senior Center closed. No home delivery or curbside. Grand Island Independent newspaper in the Broken Bow area will be, today's paper will be delivered with tomorrow's paper. Great Western Bank in Callaway going to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Lexington Public Schools are closed. Lexington Head Start closed today. Litchfield Public Schools are closed. No evening activities. Loop City Public Schools closed. Loop County Schools in Taylor closed. Nebraska State Bank and Trust Broken Bow. Branches will open at 10 o'clock this morning. Ord schools are closed today. Overton schools closed. Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow is closed today. No meals or delivery. St. Hills Public Schools in Dunning are now closed. No school at Sargent. No school at Stapleton. No school at SEM. No school at Thetford.
All right. Thank you very much, Brent. We also wanted to take time this morning to thank Mark from the Smoke Shack, who just pulled in yesterday afternoon with his pickup with a blade on it. He said he was passing by and saw we needed a little bit of a scoop going on and pushed all the snow out of the way for us. Mark, we appreciate that very much. I know they were closed yesterday, but they will be open today. But we appreciate that, Mark. That was really nice of you. We just heard this pickup roaring outside and looked out, and snow was flying everywhere. So really helped us out. We appreciate that. Today we're going to be giving away a gift card to the folks at Seco Storage as part of our Love Local promotion. So be sure and listen for that. On Wednesday, looks like we'll be giving away a $25 gift card to Clip and Curls in downtown Broken Bow. We'll take a time out, hear from some more of our weather sponsors, announcement sponsors, and then we got a little music lined up for you to take you up to the top.
Tips for weathering winter storms brought to you by Custer Public Power. If the power goes out, notify your utility of the outage. Have an emergency kit prepared to help you and your family weather the outage. Some items should include bottled water, non-perishable food, flashlights, a weather radio, and extra batteries. Use alternative heating sources safely and only venture outside if necessary. If you do go outside, treat all downed and hanging lines as if they are energized. Stay safe this winter season. These tips brought to you by Custer Public Power.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly, or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit Taylor.
News brief. Severe weather is causing problems across the country. One person was killed by a tornado north of Birmingham, Alabama. WIAT-TV's Conan Gaskew is in Fultondale.
Not only was part of the side wall ripped off, the roof almost looks like it was just crushed in by the force of the wind that came through this area very early overnight.
A winter snowstorm is sweeping through parts of the Midwest. The number of COVID infections is going down in California. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti says restrictions are being lifted.
After 2 months, 1.8 million cases, and over 17,000 deaths, California's lockdown is over. But the governor said the state's next hurdle will be in vaccinating all of the state's 40 million residents.
An article of impeachment sets the stage for a trial. CBS's Nicole Killian.
Later today, all 100 senators will be sworn in as jurors for the second impeachment trial against former President Trump.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking the night in the NBA, 9 games on the hardwood with the Lakers beating the Cavaliers 115-108. LeBron James back in his home state against his old team had 46 points to lead LA to the victory. Lakers are now 14-4, best record in the league, and 10-0 on the road this season. Nets knock off the Heat 98-85. Brooklyn's 4-2 since the James Harden trade. Pistons surprised the Sixers 119-104. Celtics beat the Bulls 119-103. Steph Curry went for 36 points, leading the Warriors over the Timberwolves 130-108. Thunder topped the Trailblazers 125-122. Nuggets beat the Mavericks 117-113 despite Dallas star Luka Doncic going for a triple-double, 35 points, 11 rebounds, 16 assists. Pacers down the Raptors 129-114, and the Magic beat the Hornets 117-108. College basketball, 3 ranked teams in action, 2 of them going head-to-head. Number 11, West Virginia, edge number 10, Texas Tech, 88-87. Number 8, Virginia beat Syracuse, 81-58.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Cloudy skies, a chance for some light snow showers lingering for today, those high temperatures into the upper teens. Then for tonight, chance for some light snow, especially in the evening, low of 3 above. On your Wednesday, partial sunshine developing with lower 20s for highs, and then trending even milder on Thursday with partly sunny skies back up to 35, approaching 40 on Friday. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Spring is near, and Custer Electric and Irrigation is already gearing up for all things pivots. The books have begun filling up with the mild weather, so call today to replace old sprinkler packages or schedule your pivot inspections. Schedule a pivot inspection before March 1st and receive a discounted labor rate as well as a 10% discount on all replacement parts used. Lance follows a 47-point inspection process so you can feel confident in your pivot's performance as spring planting gets underway. Now through March 1st, enjoy 10% off all inventory. Stock up on gearboxes and center drives. Try that new FieldNet product you've been wanting. Or stock up on supplies for your next electrical job. All 10% off through March 1st. Interested in NF Trax tires or FieldNet products but not sure if you want to take the plunge? They have limited availability for farm demos, so hurry and claim your demo products today. For your one-stop shop, call them at 308-880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
10 degrees outside under a cloudy sky, getting brighter out there, not quite as dark of a sky. And again, the National Weather Service has issued a statement saying that they are decreasing the amount of snow they expect through today, through tomorrow morning. They think maybe an inch would be the tops within the next day or so. So that certainly is something we don't mind reporting to you this morning. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Brett Apperson, Dave Burney with you. We have a few more things we want to tell you about this morning.
Carry on my
The sounds of Kansas and Carry On, My Wayward Son, right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We're going to carry on a conversation concerning sports, local sports. Now, there was a lot of conversation yesterday about what to do if this changed and that changed. And I assume the changes have been pretty well solidified now. And we had planned to cover all of the MNAC games except for what already had taken place last weekend in basketball, correct?
Well, yeah, not necessarily all of them, but
like 12 of them?
We were gonna have coverage on Monday and Tuesday of
Right.
some of the games. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So, folks, they've been banging their heads against the wall here, making plans as to how they could cover all the different games that we had originally planned to cover. We're not, I don't think, going to be able to do that because they're clumping things together on one night, which they have to do. Not complaining. That's the weather's done that to us. So what if you and the team come up with, Jeremy and you and Christy were talking back there, and Shannon, what's the plan?
Well, of course, we had planned coming into the week to do coverage of, as Dave said, the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference Basketball Tournament, but also cover Broken Bow this week through the Southwest Conference Tournament. Games were to be played on Monday and Tuesday, but because of the weather situation, all those games that were on Monday and Tuesday, everything now has been moved to tomorrow. So this is what we're planning to do as far as our broadcast coverage is concerned. First off, we are going to be in Myrna for the girls' quarterfinals, or two of the girls' quarterfinals of the MNAC tournament, as South Loop will be playing Cody Kilgore again. This is girls' action, 5:30 tomorrow night, and then that'll be followed by Anselmo Myrna against Twin Loop. Gavin and Larry are going to go to Myrna for us, and we're going to do those games on the radio. Okay?
All right.
So they'll be on KBBN, 95.3 FM, and also on KBBN.com. Now, because everything got moved to Wednesday, they're going to play the boys' quarterfinals the same night. So we're going to go to Stapleton like we had originally planned. But what we will do in Stapleton at the boys' quarterfinals there is we'll do a live video stream only. We're going to send Jeremy there, and I believe the word is I think Christy Wells is going to go and run the camera for us.
What?
So I think she's planning on that. I hope she is anyway. So anyway, we're going to send the video camera to Stapleton, and we'll do a live video stream of Anselmo Myrna and South Loop. This is boys basketball. Tip-off at 5:30. And then following that, Sandhills Valley will play Arthur County, and we will live video stream that game as well. Jeremy's going to go. He's going to provide the play-by-play on the video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But again, that'll be video only because we'll be in Myrna doing girls on the radio.
Okay.
Follow so far?
Well, I do. I'm just a little worried.
Why is that?
Well, Jeremy, that's his decision. He's the station manager. Putting Christy behind the camera, that scares me a little bit. But,
we'll see how it goes. I'm just interested to see if Christy's kind of an excitable person. I don't know if she'll be, you might see if something exciting happens, the camera might jiggle a little bit. I don't know. But anyway, that's how we're going to handle MNAC on Wednesday, tomorrow, okay? Now, as I mentioned, we're covering Broken Bow this week at the Southwest Conference Tournament. Well, Broken Bow was to play their opening round games of the tournament on Monday. They now have been moved to tomorrow. So I will go up to the Indian Gym. I think Mr. Borders, who helps us out from time to time, he's going to join me. And we will do the Broken Bow Southwest Conference games tomorrow night at the Indian Gym on the radio. And you can listen to Broken Bow on KCNI 96.3 FM, and then, of course, on the web at kcni1280.com. Broken Bow girls will play Cozad at 6. That'll be followed by Broken Bow boys against Gothenburg. And again, those games will be on KCNI. So we're utilizing just about everybody that we can, and we're utilizing just about every available format to us to still cover what we originally planned to cover. It's just that where you can find the coverage will be a little bit different than originally planned.
Okay.
So.
All right.
And then when you get past Wednesday, then it's back to what we were normally scheduling to do. On Thursday, then, we'll be at North Platte Community College, and we'll have radio and video of the MNAC girls and boys semifinals, all 4 games from North Platte on Thursday. And then we'll see what happens with Broken Bow on Wednesday. We're hoping that both girls and boys win. If they do, then they would both play in the semifinals in Kearney in the Southwest Conference Tournament on Friday. And because we have an off day with MNAC, we'll do the Broken Bow games. If they play on Friday, those games would be on KBBN radio so that we can kind of lengthen our radio coverage on those games Friday. And then Saturday, we'll cover Broken Bow on Championship Day from Kearney, and those games will be on KCNI radio. We'll have MNAC Saturday, third place consolation and championships on KBBN, and also a live video stream. If something happened, if Broken Bow should not win a game on Wednesday, we'll go and cover their consolation game, which would be on Thursday.
All right. Well, we hope they win, of course.
Yes.
All right. That's a plan. The only hitch I see is the camera person. But hey, you don't know till you try. That's my concern is the same as yours. If she gets into the ball game, she may forget to run the camera, and you might have it pointed over to the cheerleaders or something.
Well, Jeremy actually said that if she would rather, he would be willing to run the camera and she could do the play-by-play.
Oh, that would be a little biased.
But no, in all seriousness, a big thank you to everybody who's helping us pull this off. Gavin and Larry going to Myrna, Mike helping me out with Broken Bow, Christy chipping in and helping Jeremy out. And a big thanks to our wonderful sponsors. Yeah. I know the girls were on the phone a lot yesterday, especially, kind of sharing with listeners how our coverage was changing. And I think that the response was, no problem, we'll still do it. And we just really, really appreciate them, especially with the MNAC situation, because, I'll just take South Loop and Ansoma Myrna as an example. Their boys are going to be playing in one place, while the girls are going to be playing in the other place. And obviously, there will be people who are heavily interested in both.
Right.
Well, here's a way you can go to one game and still pay attention and stay up to date with what's happening at the other place, whether it be listening to the radio or listening to the internet feed or watching it on the live video stream. People who have to be separated, with girls at one place, boys at the other. You hopefully in the games that we're doing anyway, you'll be able to keep up to date with what's happening at both places.
Yeah, very, very well said. And don't forget about those apps that we have had for a long time now, KBBN.com apps and KCNI1280.com. You can, if you haven't done that, no charge for the app. Just go to the store and download it onto your device or on your smartphone, and you can listen anywhere you go to the ball games that we're covering on KBBN or KCNI. And like you say, that'll come in real handy. And I know I've told you many times that when there's a couple of games of interest at our house, we turn on the radio in the kitchen, and I'll use my app to listen to the other game on the phone. And now even sometimes you can be watching one of those games as well. So yeah, it's amazing, and good work there. I think Shannon could probably do a little halftime show on yoga.
Well, there you go.
If she wanted to get
we
involved.
We might be able to work that in.
Yep.
So, and I don't want to overlook either the other MNAC games that will be going on tomorrow night. They'll be playing quarterfinal games, both girls and boys in Mullen, actually utilizing both gyms there in Mullen, the Lariat and the Hilltop gym. So, if we had more people and if we had some other format available to us, we'd probably go there too.
Oh, we would. We would.
But anyway, best of luck to all of the teams who are competing, and we'll try to do what we always do, and that's try to give you the best coverage that we can.
You bet. Keep your fingers crossed. That's a lot of technology all in one day. So
yeah, we are trusting that everything works correctly.
Yes. While you're traveling to all these ball games, you can call the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow and drive through and pick up something good to eat, one of their delicious hamburgers or cheeseburgers or whatever you want to order off the menu. But they have sandwiches that are easy to handle and eat, and they also have full meals that you can order ahead at the Tumbleweed. And you can pick them up right through the drive-through there. Or if you need to stop and take a break as you're driving, which may be the case wherever you're driving to and from, Tumbleweed would love to have you in. They're open 7 days a week, and they're open pretty late for you, too, somewhere around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So if you're hungry after the game, don't ever forget Tumbleweed. You can go in and sit down and have things off the menu that you don't get in a lot of places. So you can have a sit-down meal if you like. And if you're going to have a little celebration party or a wedding anniversary, business meeting, talk to Carmen about their meeting room, and they'll cater that right there as well. And if you're spreading out to that 6-foot distance that they recommend, no problem. That's a big room and long tables, and you can still have those functions and do it safely. So they're ready to go for you at the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Before we close, we're going to give that $25 gift card away. We have a couple other things we want to talk about. Maybe we should get Christy an embroidered shirt saying, "Who killed the video star?" Circle V Stitch and Post could do that. You know she could.
Yes, she can. Velma does such neat work with her quality custom embroidery service, and she's ready to help you get your creation started today. Maybe as we go through the wintertime, you're thinking about knit gloves, scarves, or maybe a stocking hat to put your favorite team's mascot on, or maybe your business logo so that you can promote that. She can help put those things together for you, always willing to do things like shirts, T-shirts, polos, jackets, coats, caps. Again, Velma can help get your creation started today. And if you're looking for a special gift for somebody, want to make it personalized, maybe you have a baby shower coming up you're invited to, special anniversary party, Velma can do things like afghans, towel sets, personalize those for you. So just give her a call today to get your creation started. Number to call is 872-6173. Of course, you'll find them just north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road.
COVID-19 testing is provided through Test Nebraska at Melham Medical Center every Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. This testing is free. Appointments for testing are required and can be made by visiting www.testnebraska.com. As always, Melham Medical Center Emergency Department is here for you in times of need. If possible, please call 308-872-6891 before you arrive at the emergency department so staff can be prepared for you. Partnering with you to provide healthy living through quality care.
Grazers in Arnold is bringing a bit of Sin City to town this Saturday, January 30th. Bring your friends for a Vegas-style game night with prizes. Enjoy prime rib and seafood buffet along with comedians Darren Meyer and Skylar Bolts. Vegas night is not only fun for you and your friends, but it's also a fundraiser for the Arnold Volunteer Fire Department. Head to Arnold this Saturday for great food, great drinks, and great fun. Grazers Bar and Grill in Arnold.
Firefighters are also known as first responders because they are usually the first officials on the scene of fires, car accidents, and other emergencies. They not only rescue people from fires, but also help out when natural disasters such as tornadoes and earthquakes strike. And they treat those who are hurt and injured and also search for missing persons. Today, we salute our firefighters.
Brought to you by A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, where they specialize on getting you back on the road.
Are you considering a career in broadcasting? With the help of KCNI KBBN and the Nebraska Broadcasters Association Foundation, you can be a part of this exciting field. We're offering two $2,000 scholarships to four-year college and university students who will have completed 30 credits as of May 31st, 2021. Let us help you reach your career goals. For more information, contact KCNI KBBN. Applications must be received by the NBA by March 1st, 2021.
Doltmeyer Sales Ag Early Order Program is back. Wide and deep inventories of the major brands you rely on at some of our deepest discounts offered. Quantity discount pricing, free freight, and additional savings on orders of $3,500 or more. Planting, spraying, or harvest season, we've got you covered from the tank to the tip. The Doltmeyer Sales Ag Early Order Program runs through March 5th. Be ready to roll this spring with Doltmeyer Sales. Order 24/7 at doltmeyer.com.
9:26 the time, 10 degrees outside. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Or 748. GK Wine and Spirits, inside the grocery cart, Broken Bow.
The Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent welcomes you to a benefit for Tammy Phillips this Wednesday from 11 to 9 p.m. They'll be serving delicious pizza all day. 20% of pizza sales will go to Tammy, plus all tips. There will also be donation buckets available. Pre-ordering pizzas for the event is highly encouraged. They'll be open Monday at 5 and Tuesday at 11 so you can order. Don't delay. Pre-order pizza today. Message the Rescue Bar and Grill on Facebook or call 308-527-3343. A benefit for Tammy Phillips, Wednesday on Main Street in Sargent.
Firefighters are also known as first responders because they are usually the first officials on the scene of fires, car accidents, and other emergencies. They not only rescue people from fires, but also help out when natural disasters such as tornadoes and earthquakes strike. And they treat those who are hurt and injured and also search for missing persons. Today, we salute our firefighters.
The staff at Mount Custer Truck Sales wants to thank all of those in emergency services for their dedication. From first responders, police, and firefighters to 911 dispatchers, you all help us feel safer each day.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
It's cashback dividend season at Farm Credit Services of America. This is our 17th consecutive year we've shared earnings. And once again, the payout is significant. A full 1% of each customer's eligible financing. 1%. That adds up to a record $275 million shared this year and $2.2 billion since 2004. Discover the power of ownership at fcsamerica.com. Terms apply. See website for details.
9:34 is your time, 10 degrees outside, and the sky is getting brighter and brighter. The day is getting brighter and brighter. We want to remind you of a couple more things here. If you're traveling over to Arnold or through Arnold, don't pass through the community without pulling into Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. Brent Apperson can tell you that because he loves their bagels and the warm coffee they have and warm, friendly atmosphere that you'll feel when you walk through the door.
Yeah, and the ladies at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts have just returned from Dallas Market. So that means you're going to see some new things in the gift area of their store. So keep an eye on new things coming into the store all of the time. One new item that they're going to be featuring is, boy, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right or not. I don't even know where to start. Callian candles? It's a type of candle.
It's a really nice candle.
Yes. This company carries beautifully scented candles that fill your home with wonderful and welcoming fragrances, as well as 5% of Callian revenue is donated to their trusted nonprofit partner working to give freedom back to those trapped in human trafficking.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, that's kind of neat. So check those new candles out. Now available at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. Hey, you know what? Valentine's Day isn't very far away.
It is not.
So you might want to be thinking of what to get that special one in your life. And they have everything you're going to need to make that special someone very, very happy on that day at Brubaker's. So stop in for gifts, cards, balloons, and flowers. Local delivery available as well. And remember, gift certificates and gift registries are available as well at Brubaker's. So check them out. They're in Arnold, Nebraska, open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, and open on Saturday from 9 until 3.
Yet to come during the breakfast show, we're going to give away that gift card to Seco Storage, and we'll also take time right now to thank the police and firefighter sponsors that we've been enjoying on the radio. And in a moment, we're going to go over to Callaway and see if Chip's doing any scooping on Main Street of Callaway. And maybe talk about insurance a little bit. We want to thank the folks who have sponsored the police and firefighter salutes on KCNI KBBN. Those include Mount Custer Truck Sales, Custer Public Power, CarQuest, Bruning Bank here in Broken Bow, the Grocery Cart, Muddy Creek Auto, Agribest Feeds. Thanks so much, guys. Costa's Styling Salon, Broken Bow Housing Authority, Hunter's Towing and Repair. Certainly, Hunter has probably been busy here the last few days, but he's never too busy to take care of you. Trotter's Service in Broken Bow, BD in Broken Bow, Cobblestone Hotel and Suites, the Callaway District Hospital, along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, Sandhills Motors in Arnold, Nebraska, A1 Auto in Arnold, and Custer Federal State Bank here in Broken Bow and Kearney. Thanks so much for saluting our firefighters, our volunteers, and our law officials. Appreciate it. Now, let's talk a little bit about Chip. Now,
well, sure.
I'm just wondering, does he scoop the walk out front, or does Liana, or do they take turns?
I don't know.
One thing's for sure: if they slip and fell, they have insurance.
Yes.
If they fall down or hurt themselves, I'm sure they're insured.
And with all of the sand and gravel and salt and everything being put out on the roads, it's easy to get a chip in your windshield. So they can probably help you with some of that insurance coverage as well. We're talking about Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, formerly Dynamic Insurance. You'll find them in Callaway, Nebraska. Medicare open enrollment and prescription Part D, that's ended. But if you're going to be turning 65, well, it's time to start thinking about that. You might have some questions about it, so feel free to give them a call at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Liana especially deals a lot in that type of coverage. She knows all the ins and outs. So give her a call if you have any questions about that. Chip is the guy to talk to when it comes to farm policies. A great time to look them over now and renew. Their office is open, but they'll gladly meet you in your home if you feel that is more safe and comfortable for you. So give them a call today, 836-2201. You can see them on Main Street in Callaway.
All right. We want to talk a little bit this morning about Quality Senior Villages. We mentioned this yesterday, that they are looking for a qualified person who has a big heart and willing to help out people in a situation where they may have some memory loss, Alzheimer's, dementia. And if you have skills in that area or would like to develop those skills, talk to them at Quality Senior Villages.
Yeah, they are looking for a full-time, part-time medication aide, as well as looking for resident caregivers. So if you would like to join their team, give them a call today at 872-6387, Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow.
All right. Now, we do have one more piece of paper in Brent's hand. What is it?
Well, here's another job opportunity for you. The Nebraska Judicial Branch is accepting applications for a full-time assistant clerk to work primarily in the county courts of Garfield, Valley, and Wheeler counties. The successful candidate will be responsible for data entry and will work with court records, accounting, judges, and the public under the direction of the clerk magistrate. The assistant clerk may be assigned deputy authority and responsibility for the offices in the absence of the magistrate. The hiring rate for the position is $17.28 per hour. So if you'd like to apply for this position, you need to do it online. Go to statejobs.nebraska.gov for more details and to submit your application. Deadline to apply is February 5th of this year.
All right. Thank you, Brent. When we come back, we're going to be going through postponements and cancellations one more time here on The Breakfast Show. Sniffing the tears in driver's seat. Right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Oh, I forgot my Tell Laura I Love Her CD. Let me forget that.
That's okay. It's all right, Dave. We're kind of getting short on time. I would hate to go overtime on the breakfast show and, actually go over more than we're over time on the breakfast show just to look for a CD.
Oh,
It's
I know.
okay.
I know right where it is,
You're all right.
unless some varmint stole it.
We can only hope.
A big thank you to Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing and Repair, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body for making the announcements you've been hearing this morning possible here on KCNI KBBN. We'll hear from a couple of those businesses, and we'll be right back with those listings that Brent is working on as we speak. When you're stranded or in a tough spot, call Hunter's Towing and Repair. They serve Broken Bow, Custer County, and beyond with 24-hour towing and recovery, lockout service, jump starts, portable welding and fabrication, fuel delivery, spare tire changes, and motorcycle towing. Hunter does it all. Available 24/7 at 308-870-1983 or visit hunterstowingrepair.com to learn more about Hunter's Towing and Repair based in Berwyn.
It happens. We slip, we slide, we run into things. When you come to a stop, don't let that damage hang out on your car. See Todd and the crew at Fixed Right Auto Body. They'll get you back on the road with your vehicle looking awesome. Living here in central Nebraska, we battle winter weather every year. It wants to make us slip and slide and crash. Fixed Right is here to help. Fixed Right Auto Body, 872-6860. We're just north of the tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
Tips for weathering winter storms brought to you by Custer Public Power. If the power goes out, notify your utility of the outage. Have an emergency kit prepared to help you and your family weather the outage. Some items should include bottled water, non-perishable food, flashlights, a weather radio, and extra batteries. Use alternative heating sources safely and only venture outside if necessary. If you do go outside, treat all downed and hanging lines as if they are energized. Stay safe this winter season. These tips brought to you by Custer Public Power.
Thank you, Shannon. Here is Brent Apperson with postponements and cancellations of all kinds.
All right. Not going to take time to run through all the schools. I think we've kind of covered them in full. Basically, every school in our area is closed for today. I do want to make an apology to Ansley Public Schools, though. I think they gave us a call. For some reason, they weren't on our list, but they are closed today, Ansley Public Schools. All right, some of the other announcements that we have at this time. The blood drive scheduled for Broken Bow at the Municipal Building today, sponsored by HOSA. That blood drive has been canceled today because of the weather. Blaine County Courthouse in Brewster, they should be open now. They opened a little bit late today at around 9 o'clock. Let's see, sifting through some of these other announcements. Central Community College, Lexington, and Ord Learning Centers are both closed today. Citizens Bank and Trust in Loop City will be opening soon at 10 o'clock this morning. A reminder that the city of Broken Bow remains in a snow emergency through 11:59 Wednesday night. Also, the Broken Bow City Council meeting scheduled for tonight, that's been postponed and rescheduled for Thursday of this week, January 28th. City of Cozad in a snow emergency. Please move all vehicles on snow routes. Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center is closed today. No home delivery of meals or bus service. Gothenburg Senior Center is closed today. No home delivery or curbside delivery. Grand Island Independent in Broken Bow, today's paper will be delivered with tomorrow's paper. Great Western Bank Callaway Branch will be opening soon at 10 o'clock this morning. Let's see. Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company in Broken Bow, they'll be opening soon. Branches will open at 10 o'clock this morning. And the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow is closed today. No meals or delivery. Also, Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts in Broken Bow is closed today because of the weather. And I think that kind of updates us on the announcements that we have at this time.
All right, thank you, Brent. Thank you very much. I'm looking at the certificates here. This is through the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce. These are basically, it's $25 here, made available to you from the folks at Seeks and Storage and Rental. So we'll give you a...
are those chamber bucks?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So chamber bucks being given away today.
Yes.
Wonderful.
By this very fine business.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Oh, no.
Tell me we're lovers.
When did you... All right. That must have been when I was focusing on announcements.
Be quiet, Prince.
And most of all, a wedding ring.
A wedding ring.
He saw a sign for
He was driving down the road and he saw a sign about a stock car race.
$1,000 prize.
With a $1,000 prize.
He couldn't get Laura.
He could buy a wedding ring for his girlfriend.
To her mother.
So he called Mom, her mom.
Whatever did he say?
Tell Laura I love her. Tell Laura
Because I love Laura, I'm going to get into a stock car race and see if I can win the $1,000 prize so I can buy her a wedding ring.
that cannot wait.
So I got into the race.
He drove his car to the racing ground. He was the youngest driver.
He was very young.
And the crowd roared as they started the race.
They were yelling for him because
At a deadly.
he was in love.
No one knows what happened that day.
He might have blew a tire.
His car overturned in flames.
Something happened.
But as they pulled him from the twisted wreck.
Sometimes I feel as though I don't get paid enough.
They had to get out the jaws of life.
Say, tell Laura I love her.
Be the first caller at 872-2801.
Yes, please. Will you fade the song out when someone calls?
And you'll win $25 in chamber bucks, courtesy of Seeks and Storage Rental.
Yes, call now, please. I beg you. Someone there?
Yep.
Yeah, you better fade the song out, please, completely so we can hear the caller.
Good morning.
Thank goodness.
Good morning. You're on The Breakfast Show. Who are we talking to?
This is Bill.
Bill, how are you?
I'm doing, I guess, not too bad considering all the snow.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Bill, do you like the song, Tell Laura I Love Her?
I remember my sisters playing it when I was just a kid, and
Really?
I'll bet I've heard it 10,000 times.
Oh, well.
Well, that's not enough, Bill.
That doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah,
I just
thank you.
remember hearing it.
I hear you. Well, get ready to hear it about 10,000 more times.
Bill, it's always nice to hear from you. Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there, and when you can, stop out. We'll put your name on this envelope, and you can take the $25 chamber bucks with you, okay?
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Have a
Bill.
good day.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye. Well, see, he remembered it when he was a child, when he was his sister used to.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Dave.
Tommy, we're lovers.
We'll be back right after these words.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly, or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
You know, when I was playing Tell Laura I Love Her, I saw Higgy Baby leaning back and holding his head back. He must have a stiff neck or something. I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah, that's the reason he did that.
He's giving me, yeah, that's true, yeah.
Hey, by the way, I'd like to apologize for everybody who's watching Facebook today.
Why?
Well, I have what you call stocking hat hair. I mean,
well,
it's terrible. First off, I'm self-conscious anyway because my hairline keeps going further and further back. And now because of the stocking hat, it's like, my goodness, it's like my hair's half gone today with the way it looks. Now, there are people, have you noticed there are people that can wear a stocking hat and then take it off, and it's like their hair just goes to the way it was? Yeah. Mine is not like that. If I put a stocking hat on, my hair is doomed.
Don't worry about it,
so, I don't know. It's been very, because we can see ourselves on screen when you've got the live stream going, and it's been very,
that's why I
have not liked looking at myself.
That's why I don't like the split screen, because the camera's right in my face. At least you have a little distance. You know, I've got the same thing going on with my stocking cap, but I've got a little further away view. So I'm trying to make my listeners and watchers not have to endure.
Yeah, so just put the camera on me. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Sure. Just a quick thought, maybe something we can talk about tomorrow, and remind me to talk about it.
Okay.
You know the Dorito chips?
I love Doritos.
And you get
I got it. My favorite now has become the chili ones, the sweet, spicy chili. Oh, those are awesome.
You know then when you dip them in salsa.
I don't do that. I just eat them.
Okay,
plain.
if you dipped them.
Okay.
Well, every time I've tried that, it just seems like the chips get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then you're down to dipping little pieces of Doritos rather than the full chip. Why is that? Is that because of aliens?
What?
Yes. Are aliens getting into the chip factory and making the chips smaller?
I don't know.
We'll find out tomorrow.
That will be a topic of discussion to address.
Is that an alien problem?
It does seem to me that no matter what kind of chips you get, it just seems like there's more air at the top of the bag every time you buy a bag.
Food pantry will not be open today.
Food pantry not open today.
Broken Bow Food Pantry is closed today.